In the world of value, truth hides behind great ideas. We often think of markets as noise, prices flashing, hands waving, voices bargaining. But beneath the noise lives a quiet law. People pursue their own improvement, and somehow others benefit. This is the paradox that made Adam Smith immortal. He did not invent exchange, he explained its hidden morality. If self-interest is the spark, what keeps the world from burning down? If everyone chases their own good, how does the common good survive? Smith's answer was not a decree, not a commandment, but a pattern, the invisible hand. Imagine a city waking up. Bakers light ovens, brewers rack casks, butchers sharpen knives. None of them rise from bed out of charity. Each seeks a living, a reputation, a future. Yet by seeking those private ends, they unknowingly form a public orchestra. Breakfast appears, wages are paid, rent is due, and children eat. No ministry planned it, no committee assigned it. It is the order that grows when people are free to act and must bear the consequences of their choices. Smith's insight is subtle. The invisible hand is not a ghost guiding the market, it is a name for the outcome of countless voluntary acts, disciplined by loss and rewarded by trust. It is the shape freedom takes when multiplied by many. But the hand is only as steady as the virtues of the hands that trade. Consider the merchant who cheats. He makes a quick profit and loses a customer. Word spreads. His price advantage dissolves into suspicion. In time, honest rivals outperform him because trust lowers their costs. Reputation becomes collateral, virtue an asset. Here lies Smith's quiet audacity. Morality is not only noble, it is practical. The market punishes vice by making it expensive. Now step into the pin factory. Specialization explodes output. 10 men produce what 10 alone never could. Self-interest pushes each worker to master a part, and the whole grows rich. But this miracle of productivity also hides a warning that Smith himself confessed. The same division of labor that enriches the nation can narrow the mind of the individual. The invisible hand needs an invisible spine, education, culture, and the dignity of purpose. What then keeps self-interest from cannibalizing the very trust it requires? Competition, transparency, and the discipline of failure. A merchant who misjudges demand loses. A producer who wastes resources disappears. Prices become signals, profit a test, loss a teacher. The invisible hand is not kind, it is clear. But clarity is not cruelty. Smith saw that when exchange is voluntary, price conveys respect. I cannot force you, so I must persuade you. Persuasion civilizes self-interest. We talk, we bargain, we meet in the middle. Trade becomes a school of empathy because the alternative is no trade at all. From this emerges something easily missed. Markets do not replace morals, they reveal them. A society of liars cannot long sustain honest exchange. A society ruled by plunder cannot attract patient capital. Freedom and virtue are not rivals, they are each other's conditions. There are limits. Fraud must be punished, force must be restrained. Property must be protected so that risk has meaning. Smith never worshipped markets. He defended a framework in which they could be worthy of trust. Courts, police, and a predictable law are not intrusions, but the fence that protects the garden. Yet the fence is not the gardener. Wealth grows from the patient experiments of individuals, aligning their interests with the needs of strangers they will never meet. In the bustling exchange, a buyer declines a high price. The seller lowers his ask. Both reveal information by what they refuse. The invisible hand moves when people say no as much as when they say yes. Refusal is as sacred as consent because both are signals and together they prevent waste. Now watch a price fall after a harvest and rise after a storm. Signals race through the system faster than any council could compute. The hand is not perfect, it stumbles. But it learns because its memory is written in the gains and losses of millions. Critics say, "What of the poor?" Smith did not shrug. He argued that the spread of markets, by raising productivity, is the single most reliable engine of broad prosperity known to man. Not charity versus trade, but charity and trade, each doing what it does best. The baker's efficiency is the orphan's dinner when bread is cheap enough to buy. Still, Smith insisted on decency. The civilized society cares for those crushed by fate, not by freezing enterprise, but by warming responsibility. So what is the invisible hand, finally? It is not mystery. It is a mirror. Hold it up to a free people, and you will see their virtues scaled and their vices exposed. If we are honest, the hand coordinates abundance. If we are corrupt, it coordinates exploitation. It gives us back, with interest, what we bring to it. That is the morality beneath the mechanism. And it leaves us with a choice: build a society that cultivates character, or build a society that must be policed forever. The first is cheaper, the second is tragic. This is Masters of Value, where minds built the price of freedom. Next time, we enter the chamber of the human heart to ask a harder question. Can sympathy and self-interest share the same soul? We will meet the impartial spectator and discover why empathy is the invisible currency that keeps freedom humane.